Hi guys, this is Boring Tommy here. Originally I thought I'm going to drive because these days have been cold and rainy and very hazy, hazardous level of bad air. But I haven't been on this bike for 5 days and I decided that's it for me. I need to drive. So that's what I'm doing. And I actually just started to monetize my channel. I'm not expecting making $1 million of it. I will be probably celebrating when I'm making my first $1. It's gonna be a while, but why not? You know, I mean, even if I make 20 cents, that's still free money, isn't it? Now I decided I haven't talked to you guys about my original story for a while, so let's get back to it. So where was I? I told you about my girlfriend. Now I'm gonna continue basically talking about how I actually survived, because getting that 5,000 NTs, if you remember from my 5th vlog, I'm not sure, 5,000 NTs didn't really make me a rich guy. So how did I actually survive? Well, this girl I got to know, it turned out that she was actually an English teacher. Now, I know my English sucks, okay? But the man gotta do what the man gotta do. So she actually found me a job as an English teacher in her school, the school called Joy. It's for little kids from, let's say, from second, maybe even first grade elementary school until about maybe second grade junior high or something like that. And she was a teacher there. And the way it works in Taiwan when it goes to English teaching is you normally have a Chinese and a foreign teacher. The foreign teacher is going to teach probably from some books, but basically he's going to teach to speak. You know, he's going to teach the kids conversation, he's going to make them speak, okay? And for every class this guy has, the Chinese teacher is probably going to have another one, or maybe two more, where she's teaching all the grammar and all the bits and pieces that the kids need to know. And also when the foreign teacher is there, this Chinese teacher is going to, translate or make sure that, uses the Chinese when necessary, because the foreign teacher often doesn't speak any Chinese. Actually, there is a rule in the class: you cannot speak Chinese in the class when the foreign teacher is there, so including the foreign teacher himself. So it's an English only. So anyway, she actually got me into one of these schools. It was a very funny thing, actually, the beginning, how it started, because they gave me a chance like doing a demo class, right? So they gave me a bunch of kids and I was supposed to do a demo, and I did, and the lesson was, I still remember, just teaching the ABC to kids, okay? Try to rehearse it a little bit, let them let them say the ABC and shit like that. So I did it, and instead of just doing it like, okay guys, say A, say B, whatever, I made it like a little bit in a little bit more funny way. I was jumping around, pointing at people. You say the next one, whatever. I mean, just made it a little bit more lively, but definitely different than most people do it. The head of the school, of course, looking at what I'm doing, and guess what I see? After 2 days, I see the head of the school teaching a bunch of kids, and he's doing exactly the same. So I was like, I gotta do something right if somebody's copying me, right? So anyway, I got the job, and it paid me again a few thousand NTs. That was what actually took me over. That allowed me to actually get enough money until the 21st of March, when I finally would get my scholarship. So that was the money part. And then back to my girlfriend. It was a funny thing as well. First of all, if you are a foreigner, it turns out, I didn't understand it that time, but if you are a foreigner, you're automatically handsome. That's the key. So if any ugly guys are out there, head to Taiwan, you're going to be a handsome guy. And basically, especially if you are tall like I am, I wasn't fat right now, so that was also an advantage. So at the end of the day, she fell in love with me like right away. Now, Chinese girls, I knew they are very shy, right? And I was 20, and I must admit, when you are 20 and you are in a foreign country and you have a beautiful girl, going for you, you get horny. I mean, you cannot help it. Now, but I knew that, in Taiwan, that's a little bit different. Things are not going to happen too fast, but, when you are 20, it's very hard to control. So what happened was, she actually visits me in my little place, that you know, and the first time she comes over, we are there, we are kissing, and just holding a little bit, whatever. And I actually got to the point that with a lot of work, in about 2 or 3 hours, guys would appreciate the hard work. I actually got to the point that she took off her bra. Wow. However, she basically ended up saying, hey, it's time to go. So I was like, okay, whatever. It was a time well wasted, wasn't wasted, of course, I enjoyed myself, but, mission not accomplished. So I was like, alright, what can I do? Go. And then she came over that the next day, or maybe the following, I'm not sure. And I was like, oh yeah, well, that's alright, but I gotta have to start all over again, right? So when she comes over, I ask her to sit down at the chair. I turn back, close the door, and guess what? When I turned back to see her, her bra is off. I was literally shocked. I was like, what? And she looks at me with an innocent smile and say, that's where we were, right? And I was like, well, right, sure. But it was just funny. Well, unfortunately, the relationship ended very soon. In about, less than, hold on. The relationship ended actually less than 2 weeks for sure. I'm not sure, maybe less than a week, I'm not sure. Because, again, I cannot, up until now, I'm not 100% sure. But I think what happened was, we were, playing around, and eventually she got, all naked and shit, and, we were playing around, and I was doing something with my tongue and everything, and what I believe happened was I accidentally managed her losing her virginity, okay? Which I was really sorry about it, but I put the pieces together because after 1.5 weeks, she just stopped talking to me. I was still teaching at the school, but, after asking her 1,000 times, why don't you talk to me, what's going on? Once she actually told me when she got home, she got a big bottle of blood coming out of her, but she didn't say anything more, and I believe that's what happened. Anyway, that's how I ended my first relationship after about 1 week. I think that's it for this episode. I think it had all what you needed. It had serious story, it had blood, it had sex. So what else can I put in there? I hope you like my video. If you do, please don't forget to like, comment, and if you want me to be a cent millionaire and actually get 1 or 2 cents, don't forget to click on my advertisement. Thank you and see you later.